60 seconds.
Yummy! Time to start.
What about the Geometry Dash? No, that would be awful. Not the Geometry Dash soundtrack.
They're like
That's
chill
not
Sonic
chill.
music or something.
What Geometry Dash is a soundtrack? There is no Geometry Dash soundtrack.
Yeah, like they use tracks like that other people made. So yeah, like there's a playlist of that.
Oh, they want a specific type of header for that. Oh. How's it going? Woo!
Wait a minute, I thought this was chill. I thought this was chill music. It's loud.
Chill step is chill. I'm gonna check on that too.
Yep, I'm looking at both of them. They both look good.
To anyone that is watching this stream right now, I would like to ask you all. No, I'm being serious here. What do you want from the music side of the project? Because in terms of what we have so far, it's honestly not that much, but once we get more into development, I have a lot of ideas that I want to do, and TNH has a lot of ideas that he wants to do as well, and we're both going to try to incorporate things, but I just want to know from you all, what do you want from us? If we have any viewers. Wait, you can add merch?
Yeah, there's a merch shop at Streamlabs, yeah.
No, there's a merch shop in Bandcamp. You can make a CD, a cassette, a vinyl. You can make a cassette. Hey, you guys, do you guys want me to make some mixtapes? I bet they're fire. That's so sick. I'm not gonna do those right now, but that is so cool. Maybe we can make a vinyl of the Tales Adventure Armada OST.
But we gotta donate the money to charity, though. I mean, it's just Sonic.
Or we could just make, or we could just, after the video game, after Tales of Adventure Armada has been made, we can make a new. Yeah. Remixes also belong to us. It's a little, it's more of like fair use, is what it is.
Starlet says, "Hey, who needs their bacon saved?"
No one. We don't need bacon saved because I already ate it.
We don't need bacon saved because we're all vegetarians.
Oh wait, I love bacon. I'm not a vegetarian.
Oh no, that's just me. I'm just naturally loud.
Was good.
Hey!
Nothing really. Just chilling at home. Ah,
Being infatuated with Obstagoon and the other Galarian forms.
hey, everything about that trailer was good, okay?
I'm not saying it wasn't.
Yeah, good. The old trailer from a few days ago.
Okay.
Pokemon Sword and Shield.
You said something
Yeah.
about Pokemon Sword and Shield?
Yeah, the new trailer. We're getting Dimsdale, Doug Dimmadome from the Dimsdale Dimmadome,
Yeah.
aka Galarian Wheezing.
Someone told me that it looks like a bong, and I'm a little concerned.
Yes,
for their
I've
well-being.
seen the memes, and
I prefer the
Uh.
Doug Dimmadome.
yeah, exactly. Well,
Not that it's more
exactly.
wholesome, it's just funnier. Not as much when it comes to Pokemon.
It's easy. You got the smoke and things like that, so it's also kind of obvious.
It's got a green mustache.
Yeah.
Here's an idea.
And then we
I'll
have
just look for my most viewed Sonic remix and upload that first.
we have Kiss, the Pokemon. And by that I mean the Galarian Zigzagoon line, which apparently is the original Zigzagoon, and it it became docile in other regions. So
See,
That's
I
how
love
it
it.
looks
Like
when it gets docile?
Galarian.
the original Zigzagoon and Linoon that we've known since Ruby and Sapphire is the docile one.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
I love its design for the freaking
Holy
Galarian form.
crap.
It just looks great.
My 8-Gate remix has 216 views. Wow, that's impressive.
Neat.
I have a Mad Mew Mew Doll remix that's currently over 1.1 thousand views. Which is upsetting because it's my only Undertale remix. Yeah. I mean, I'm like, the problem is that there's so many people that have done remixes of Undertale music that I don't want to just go into it as well and then just be in the bottom of the waterfall, if you know what I'm saying.
Granted, people
There's
haven't.
so many other remixes that you have available to you for Undertale that there's no need for me to do it, because then I'm just going to be in that group of people where there's no views coming in at all. Yeah. Yeah.
Rocketeer Raccoon.
How's it going, Rocketeer Raccoon? Rotalice is right here in the stream.
Yeah, where's Rotalice himself today?
I was about to say. Granted, Undertale hasn't been like part of the public eye in like years, so. It's like an AU, I guess. I don't know. It's like an alternate retelling of Undertale, but very different. So it's basically Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon done right.
Alright, you can't be making references to Pokemon when Rotalice is here. He won't understand them.
Somewhat. Yeah, we are.
We are. He was about to have a panic attack.
Yeah, everything's good so far. Cryo, which one are you on?
I'm on both.
Oh. I was gonna take one and you were gonna take the other, but okay.
No, I'm responsible.
Track
Going after
title.
both. Being overachiever here. But yeah, like, Clarion Zigzagoon is amazing. And so is it, Lanoon. Obstagoon looks great. I'm still iffy on if I want it to be bipedal or not.
Mm-hmm. He's not paying attention.
I'm totally, yeah, well...
Like,
Oh
you know,
yeah, like totally.
Yeah, that's it.
Not going to be the final model.
Old model.
The big, yeah.
better late than never, at least. Better late than never.
Because we have... everyone from the game has old models, and we need to fix that.
$1,400 by $1,400.
Yeah, that's kind of important.
Lame-o.
That's an inside joke. That's an inside joke. That lame-o thing, that's an inside joke for people who've been in this server for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It was part of the original script. For a certain character that it did not fit in the slightest. Yeah. Also, I'll be right back.
Not the only person. Also,
Yeah.
this whole original strip stuff, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We were the original one.
Well, welcome to all the 5 people watching the Armada live stream. Don't be afraid to be in the chat, and I'll read it.
Ooh. Rotalice, I've wanted to ask, do you have any, like, official art of Holloway Forest? If we can, yeah, if I would like, I think both me and TNH would like concept art for that. So that way we have at least something to go off of when making the music. Because that would really help us out with the demo.
Now people are here. Now we have standards? Oh, come on!
Well, I mean, it's not like it wasn't going to be in the game when it's called a Tales Adventure.
It's not like they could go back and watch the multiple other streams on Rotalice's YouTube channel
Where
we
he
just talk about
says,
this.
can I just export this into a 1400 by 1400 size?
The likelihood that they would go back and watch all those streams was relatively low. Now it's marginally higher.
No.
But what if I did both? It's an excuse for me to be productive and lazy at the same time.
That's a boy. Alright, width needs to be 1400, height needs to be 1400. Okay.
I understand you people. Now I feel sympathetic.
Scale tool.
It'll be our own inadequacy.
Yeah, boy. That's me.
Nothing yet. Nope. Give it time. That's what Rotalice says, Mr. Jim, the Jim Carrey of the team. Because you're in charge.
Smudge, dodge.
I'm large and I'm in
blur
charge.
slash
Not
sharpen.
fat. I mean, like, large as in tall, maybe muscular. I'm not fat. Whatever happened to Portal 3? Yeah, it's not gonna happen. I mean, Portal 3 would be cool, but like, what would you do? They're like... Yeah, but there's like no friggin... There's no like moon dust surfaces anywhere. You literally couldn't... The portal gun would be worthless. And it's like just get them to make a compound and then just spread it over random parts of the world in very specific places that only a player could. You know, now that you say that, actually sounds pretty sick. One person, like the Gordon Freeman guy sprays like goo or whatever, but they also have like the gravity gun and stuff like that, while Chell has less like defensive options, but she's like faster and she has the friggin' portal gun, but she can't really fight with it. But she can like... Physics attack.
You guys talking about a Half-Life Portal crossover?
Yes. Now that you actually describe it, Rotalice, this actually sounds kind of sick, and I would love to play that. You wonder why it doesn't exist already, but that's because Valve has Steam.
Hey, that works. Awesome. And this is electronic rock.
And it'd be great, too. They could call it Half-Life 3, Episode Portal 3. You get both of them out right there in one game. And that's what the Epic Games Store is for.
Exactly. That's what the Epic Games Store is trying to do. Except they're...
We're gonna scare them into making games. We're gonna make game. That's why Fortnite was made, to make Game Newell sweat. All you need is All you need is Gabe Newell's sweat, and we get Half-Life and Portal 3. I don't need to walk to my kitchen. I can have Amazon deliver food to me with my money.
Get one of those Samsung fridges or whatever. Yeah.
Gabe Newell lives on a peanut butter diet. Just eats freaking peanut butter. Like, also a smart fridge? I've actually never heard of that. The Internet of Things? What? Wait. There's no point to going to the friggin' store. And your food supply. Like, and that's like like you said, that's a benign situation. Like somebody's gonna friggin' like poison your food, friggin' like give you something that you're allergic to. Oh, that'd be freaking sick. Look at that freaking. You're gonna have freaking like. Oh, we noticed from your biometrics that you're about to have develop cancer. Go.
He gave you a new skin. What is this, the video game?
We call this organic printing. Wait, what? Yeah, right? Like, at first you want to say, like, oh, wow, that's amazing, but then it's like, that's kind of, that feels wrong. Oh, yeah. Doesn't that, well, if we can make organs, does that mean, like, by extension, we could make people? Oh, yeah. Yeah, like that the ultimate nature versus nurture story. Friggin' have this baby, then clone that baby.
And raise them as twins. But you while you're alive, so you mean just kill them?
No, abort while alive. That sounds better. Like, honestly,
gotta
the
be
world
politically correct
friggin'
now.
Like the world friggin' like 30, 40 years from now is going to be completely different from like just 10 years ago now.
It already is different from 10 years ago compared to now.
'20th.
Yeah. Just gotta have one century that it's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like all this random stuff is happening. All this random stuff is happening at first. I feel like we gotta, like, the public is gonna slowly, like, a lot of this information is gonna, like, trickle out slowly so that people don't get overwhelmed with all this friggin' stuff. I know, but we need to make sure that people can semi keep up with this. Wait. Hold on. Josh says, "What's good out here with the fam in New England? Where Rotalice at? Is Rotalice muted?"
I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear.
I can hear Rotalice.
Wait, is he audible on stream? Oh no!
Oh my gosh.
Oh wait, Rotalice. Does that mean that no one could hear you in the stream the whole time?
I guess.
We forgot to tell you, it's at your own risk if you want to.
Oh my gosh. I've been talking this entire time. The tables have turned, Cryo. Sometimes it would sound like I was talking to myself.
Oh, how the turntables.
So I said a lot of things that nobody heard. And we were having such a good time. I didn't notice that my levels weren't even moving, but I never actually changed over my mic for OBS because I got another microphone.
Oh no!
Hey guys.
No.
Hi.
It's Rotalice. Welcome to the Tony McKennedy one.
Hey Josh.
Restart it.
Hello everyone. Welcome to the Armada project stream. My name is Rotalice. The 2 is silent. Joining me today is Tailsy.
You're silent. Oh, you've been silent. All right.
Our Tailsy, our lead musician, Cryogenic Gamer, our lead cryo. Alex McGee gameplay. I don't know if he's still here.
Oh my god.
He's the DJ, had the music. We've got Mega Lega Luigi, another member of our team here. EX, I'm sorry. Mega Lega Luigi EX. EX is very much out loud. And once again, I'm Rotalice. I have been talking for the past 37 minutes, unheard, and
okay, breaking
wow.
up to speed. We talked about a Half-Life and Portal crossover. We talked about the game project, and we talked about the pending doom of society. So let's.
Can you hear me now, though, Josh?
Obviously, three very related things.
Yes. So it made sense. You had to be there. You were here, but you weren't like here. Anyway, today we're working on the redesign of the Tails model for our video game project. Miles, no, the game's not okay. It's called Tails Adventure Armada, and we're redesigning. So in the teaser trailer, you saw that was an older version of the model. We're using it as a text article. Now, if I zoom out here, you can kind of see the model that we're working on, the drawing done by Katon, our my co-director and guy in charge of all concept art on the project. He leads the concept art team. He's not the only guy doing concept art. He drew this up for us, and we're currently trying to turn that into a 3D model for us to use in the game going forward. I've just gotten started about last week, it's Sunday now, about Wednesday of last week, where I started on the head. That stream is online if you guys want to go back and look at that. But essentially, we kind of come together on these streams. We use them as an excuse to work and talk at the same time. It helps me get things done a lot of the times. I find is when I'm just having a conversation with friends and just getting some things done in general. So there was a question asked by Tailsy, which I'm sure you actually did hear, regarding what do you guys want music-wise in the game? What are you looking for? What do you think would be cool? He asked that question, and I'm letting him re-ask it if you want to be more specific.
Yeah, let me know what you want from us in terms of music. We don't have much to go off of right now, just because we don't have the concept art for the levels yet. So we can only do with what we can. Well, we can only go with what we have for right now. But I also want to take the fans into consideration when it comes to making music. So just let us know like what you want us to do for like music. Like what kind of music do you want to hear out of us for this game?
I want to hear wall-to-wall raps. Okay.
I want to hear
Zero
nothing
Neo
but
says,
Pumpkin Hill.
Pumpkin Hill only.
Let's pull up the official 10-hour version of it.
There's an official version of it that's 10 hours?
Oh, yeah. In around Halloween time last year, the official Sonic the Hedgehog YouTube account uploaded a 10-hour version of Pumpkin Hill.
Interesting.
So
I
now
don't
that the
know.
stream has officially started,
Jeez, Lewis, I'm just talking. Ugh.
I think I now know why the chat hasn't been very active, because there's been a bunch of us talking to nothing.
It's been quite quiet too, isn't it? It's been quiet, I guess so, because like you guys have been responding to me, but I do spend a lot of time talking, so you were listening to me talk. So sorry about that, everybody. And there's no version of this that's been captured because I wasn't recording it. And shucks. Well, that's just how it goes, I guess.
Let's just get back to the conversation at hand. So, the impending doom of society.
I wouldn't say it's doom so much as the end.
Impending.
I wouldn't say it was impending so much as it is upon us already. I'm thinking his forehead is too weirdly small.
Like,
You can't see that.
we were thinking about like rapid development of technology. I'm just thinking like how like I feel like my generation is gonna feel friggin' old at like age 30.
I mean, that's when it starts, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I feel old already, but that's just because I don't know. I'm over here making a video game project. I'm a grown friggin' man. Anyway.
Think about like us right now. Like when we're friggin' 70, 80 years old. What is the world going to be?
What will the world be? Also, shoot. No, the music was playing the whole time. I don't know. Not a clue. What will the world be when you're 70? Holy crap. Unrecognizable, most likely. Whatever is here when you are old is not going to be something that I would even identify with when I was a child. I'd be like, well, this is your fault now. History may not look kindly on me, but you have to deal with it. I won't be here. But yeah, 70, man. 70 is going to be different for us than it is even for people who are 70 right now.
More
because-
music inspired by classic Sonic. Okay.
Who said that? Is that Zero Neos?
Yeah.
How did I guess that? He's the only other person in the chat, that's how.
We could just add everyone to the server right now. Say, hey guys, Rotalice is here, just so you know.
I already added everybody earlier. I don't want to make a habit of doing that unless we have to. They were added earlier. At
Why
an
didn't
earlier
anyone
time, the
say
ad was
anything?
added. People said stuff, but they didn't say that I couldn't hear me. They were just asking if I was... I guess because they could hear you, they thought that my audio was working. They just didn't think I was here. I don't know. Can you guys hear me now, by the way? Are they...
Guys, we've been through this multiple times on Rotalice's streams. If something sounds weird or not there, it's probably not. Just tell us if something's wrong.
Please let me know if it's wrong. I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me ramble about CRISPR and human genome editing and printable organs.
While Cryer whispers sweet nothings into your ear.
I mean, regardless of whether they're sweet, they will be nothings. That's messed up.
When we can clone humans legally, which will never happen, at least in the next 100 years. But like,
don't put it past them. You seen The Island? Yeah, it's inefficient and a dumb way to do that, but yeah. It's like, yeah, we're gonna grow an entire person. No, The Island, where they were just... Have you seen The Island? Or maybe you reference it? Okay. Well, anyway, long story short, what's the guy's name? Obi-Wan Kenobi's grown up on an island, and everything's taken care of for them. It's all high-tech and futuristic, but as it turns out, it's an organ harvesting plant where they take people's organs after they've grown up to a certain age and put them into the person who paid to have them grown on that island. So every clone is basically just like an organ donor. That's their only purpose in life, is to be sacrificed for an organ that is needed by the person they were cloned from. And I don't know, I think they get out of there somehow, but It's just a dumb way to do that. It's impractical. So Green said, so what characters are in this project? Well, I mean, that was 12:44. Oh yeah, that was a few minutes ago. And this is in the Discord. I don't know. Well, I mean, probably. Like, is it? It's a Tales Adventure sequel, so Speedy is probably in, and Tails obviously, but who else? And well, the rest of the in from the game too. I don't know. Maybe. We're still.
Do we at least
script.
reveal at least everyone that we've worked on, or that you worked on?
No, someone was just
3D
asking.
models and such.
We worked on a. We can say what we've done so far. Essentially, what we're going to be redoing. So I've worked on Tails. I've worked on Knuckles, Amy, Shadow, Sonic. Who else? Wave, Jet.
Most of the characters.
I didn't do Speedy. Someone else did Speedy. I guess in the end, I did do Speedy's hands.
Half of Speedy.
I did half of Speedy, and then I put them together in Blender. Let's see here. I think I'm happy with the way the head is shaped at this point. We can move on to the next parts of the body, and we'll come back and do more detail work later. Yeah. Because I always have trouble with that mouth, man. Especially as big as Katon drew it. I don't know exactly how that's gonna... Well... It doesn't seem like it goes together, right? Like, it should probably be a longer snout if it's gonna be like that. If it's gonna look like this from the front, where does it go? That's the thing about 2D drawings. When you do 2D drawings, you don't have to take into account any sort of 3D anything, like how it actually works together, just as long as it looks good from one side and is somewhat vaguely consistent. And I'm not saying that's it. I'm not saying anything against 2D, but that's one thing that 2D has as an advantage over 3D. Because 3D, it needs to be consistent from every angle, because it's all connected. Unless you screw around with it and
it's actually
play some tricks.
Let me find out Rotalice, Thanos himself.
Wait. I should.
Yeah, Rotalice Thanos himself.
Thanos himself. I snapped myself halfway out of existence.
I used the stones to destroy half of me.
You designing me, boy?
I mean, granted, half of his body is pretty charred in the beginning of Endgame.
I used the Chaos Emeralds to destroy the Chaos Emeralds. You designing me,
No,
boy?
considering
Josh?
that
Later,
the Chaos Emeralds.
Actually, I don't feel like
Considering
he
that
needs
the
to be
Chaos
redesigned at all.
Emeralds, what is it, in Sonic Rush are confirmed to be like, bounded to the formation of like reality. What if those were to be destroyed?
Well, aren't those the
Oh,
solar?
dang.
Those are different, aren't they?
That would actually be an thing to think about. Like, what if they ever made a Sonic game that has the Chaos Emerald to be destroyed?
They're never gonna do that. I mean, they might, and then it'll be kind of like Sonic Forces, where it also doesn't mean anything, or like Sonic Adventure when they destroyed the moon and it didn't mean anything. It's freaking Sonic the Hedgehog. The stakes are always low, even when they're high, they're low. And
Like,
that's not a problem.
oh no,
It's a kid's
Sonic
game.
died. He's brought back like 20 minutes and one bad level later.
What do you mean
Yeah,
one
pretty
bad
much.
level? It was 5 bad levels. I played through each of them.
No, it was 2 levels. I think maybe. Wait,
Yeah.
no.
No,
You had to play as
the end
different
of the world.
characters. End of the world.
Yeah, the
level.
end of the world. Let me count
Sorry.
actually. So there
Sorry.
was Tails, Knuckles, Rouge, Omega, Amy, not Blaze.
Yeah,
Silver.
not Blaze.
Talking
She's dead.
about
It'd be great if that was like a
I'm talking
ghost
about the
Blaze.
levels, not the characters. I don't know why you're mentioning characters.
Because they each had their own level that you had to run through. And if you died, you started back at the very beginning.
Yeah,
there's nowhere to
each with a
save.
loading screen between.
Each with a level, so it was reloading another level every time. So it's technically one level, but not really, because if it shouldn't have been as hard as they made it to do just trade off. Like, okay, I'm in this part of the world, I'm in that part of the world. There was so little that they were rendering. That game was so poorly optimized. Anyway, you have our promise that our game will not be Sonic 06. Can't tell you that it's going to be the best thing ever.
Danielva1011. So Daniela.
How did we get from
Says
46
hello.
to 06? My God, what the heck?
Easy, I'll tell you. Anyway, hello, how you doing? What's going on?
What just happened?
Daniela 1011. How you doing? Welcome to the Project Armada stream. Armada Project stream.
I'm so glad you didn't come here like an hour ago.
Yeah.
Because
now
Rotalice was not audible.
now with audiophonic sounds.
Oh, it's actual working audio, unlike Sonic Chronicles of the Dark Brotherhood.
Oh, shade tossed. Alright.
Oh, with your freaking Game Boy Color-like sound bite, whatever.
That's
Seriously,
the
it
Game
sounds
Boy
like
Color.
a Game Boy Color game. Oh,
Like,
man.
Sonic 06, I'm just thinking, like, that final level was not play tested. There was no way. Everyone would have said, yo, man, this is bad.
I'm pretty sure that's what they said, but it didn't matter. The game was like, we need to get this thing shipped.
Yeah, they kind of had to, because...
They always do that.
They did it.
So that's what you guys were talking about. I thought we were still on the whole thing with Forces whenever we was like, oh, Sonic's died. But no, we're talking about 06 where he actually does die.
Yeah, we're just talking about deaths and how the stakes don't matter.
Even when the stakes are high, they're low, right? Look at Sonic 06, the highest stakes Sonic game of all time, it all gets erased. Nothing matters.
And then comes back in Generations as frickin' Crisis City, and we don't know if it's canon or not because of that.
Sonic goes
Technically, everything's canon according to Aaron Weber, but like at the same time, how does that work?
Oh, it doesn't? Well, it'll be.
It's almost like the people behind these games don't care about canon, or just responding to random fans' pointless criticisms. But like...
Maybe. But I think that my opinion matters.
Oh, I'm still trying to wrap around the Zelda lore, especially after seeing the rebuttals of MatPat's most recent Zelda theory. They're like, oh, great, so we're back to square one.
Oh, I can't do that. Right, because I'm in mirror
FL
mode.
Studio just crashed twice on me in this.
That's good to hear.
Like,
what in the world? Why did it bring up my...
let me... so like, Sonic 06... I can imagine how, like, playtesting sessions for that game went. Like...
They not existent?
Oh my gosh, I hate this. Whenever I just press this weird one button...
Pretty sure they weren't able to do them. Oh, man.
A little bit.
Say...
Like...
New Polyphorus Act 1.
Like, honestly, I feel like it, like, when the game was play tested, it had to have been play tested at some point. Like, frickin', I can imagine, like, people would be off, like, in the first 5 seconds of the game, be like, why are there so many loading screens? Oh god, this is bad. Why?
Well, once again, nobody listens to playtesters.
Oh.
Alright, let's do... We're gonna move on to the body.
I mean, well, apparently the playtesters were probably playing the more stable and better version of Sonic 06. Because they released the friggin' beta or whatever, and that was the final game, because the actual finished game was unstable.
Let's go to... we played it. We know. You know.
Speaking of video game development, like I've been hearing things like, oh, things like how apparently Game Freak could never
I knew this was going into Pokemon Sword and Shield.
could never delay Sword and Shield because of like the merchandise, the anime, all of, like the there's so many things that are like dependent on the games. They're like basically generation starting games like Sword and Shield, Sun and Moon, Diamond and Pearl, X and Y, whatever. Except they delayed Diamond and Pearl by like half a year. I'm pretty sure. Because I was watching a Did You Know Gaming video about how apparently Diamond and Pearl were meant to be like these ultimate amazing versions of Pokemon. And what ended up happening is that they decided to delay the game to have more time to perfect the game. So it's like, huh?
Yeah, it is.
They could get away with delaying that. Yeah, because they were released in 2006. 2006, that's funny. But they were originally meant to be released in 2005. So it's like, they could get away with that then. Why not now? Especially since, you know, there already are Pokemon games on the Switch, but whatever.
Thinking about like 2006, that wasn't a good year for games.
Was or wasn't?
Like, you remember the PlayStation 3? $599 US. Giant enemy crab.
Ridge Racer.
You're talking to someone who has never owned a console outside of Nintendo, so I don't know.
I thought you were about to say never owned a console.
You're talking about someone who's never. There's like a man who's never owned.
Even though I have
fun in his life.
preached multiple times about how I have a disdain for emulators because it's cheap, you're being illegal and you're a criminal, and the only time I tell you to not the only time I'd be okay with using emulators is like, oh, it would be like impossible to get an actual official copy, especially if it's, you know, like they never got a translation. Mother 3. So yeah,
like, I'm fine with emulators for games like friggin' Knuckles Chaotix. Like, yeah, I can play that game, but who's gonna buy a 32X in 2019?
Exactly. Things like that.
Well, you mean you don't want to support the creators and buy some garbage that they made and expected you to buy? What? Also, like, it's not even the best experience playing it on the 32X. An emulator would be the way to go anyway.
Yeah, plus, like, Knuckles Chaotix isn't really that good of a game. It's not even worth the console.
It's the same level over and over again. I tried just watching a Let's Play of it. I couldn't. It was unbearable.
It's so boring.
Because no one Let's Plays it. And all of the Let's Plays that are there
Knuckles
are just
Chaotix
like...
out of all of the classic Sonic games is probably the worst because it's way too long and it's boring.
Exactly. I ended up just watching the final boss, and that was it. Just immediately after, like, I saw, like, this thing about, I think it was the, like, it was, like, the opening level that ends with Knuckles, I think, freeing Espio, or something like that. I think that was when he frees Espio, or you see Eggman capture Espio, or whatever ends up happening. And then after that, I just skipped the whole thing to the final boss. So I'm like, yeah, screw this.
Sierra Neo says the Sonic canon is a mess. It is. But like, I'm thinking.
What video game canon isn't a mess?
Mario.
Like, what is
canon.
There isn't. Unless you're like me and you desire a canon. In which case, oh god, I want to.
Sonic has had a rough history ever since going 3D in 1998. No, Sonic has had a rough history ever since like after 1994, or if you really want to be technical, Sonic has had a rough history since 1991 or before then.
He's had a rough history before he came out. I don't know. I'm just making things up.
Yeah,
being superlative for no reason.
Oh, if anyone's ever like done like research on the friggin' like whole Sonic development and like the history around Sega at the time, or if you've read like the book like Console Wars or anything like that, there's a lot of stuff that went into just Sonic 1 that shows that like, yeah, this franchise has been a mess since its inception.
Wah.
Do you know that the testers of Sonic 1 couldn't even get past the title screen without coming across a glitch?
Did not know that. Now I do.
And apparently, wait, that's
I don't
wait,
know the
what?
specifics
never
of it.
heard
I
that.
just remember hearing that at the end of a Did You Know Gaming episode when they were plugging one of their other videos.
Like, I know, like, the playtesters of Sonic 1 developed motion sickness when they were playing the game, so they had to slow it down.
That's kind of funny, actually. Like, it's too
Well, that
fast!
reminds me of
It's
how-
too extreme!
It reminds me of how in one of MatPat's old videos about how Sonic actually isn't the fastest thing alive. It's like, oh, if Sonic really was rolling around at speed of sound, you could beat the first Sonic game in like 2 to 3 seconds. It's like, you couldn't play the game. That's not how things work,
Like,
MatPat.
friggin', like, guys, you want to be real? If Sonic was running around at the speed of sound, he would die in the first 2 seconds of Green Hill Zone.
Because he'd run into something and die. He doesn't run at that speed the entire time. It's just as fast as he can go, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what my limits
It's
are.
funny how he thinks that every single Sonic game, whenever Sonic's running, he's like, that's his limit.
You want to know
It's just
my
like,
limit?
no, he has to slow down.
I mean,
Yeah.
technically, Sonic's limit is infinite, considering he can freeze time.
Knuckles Chaotix is hot garbage, says Zero Neo. Zero Neo's with these hot takes, spitting fire.
I mean,
Speaking
has
truth,
anybody here played Knuckles Chaotix?
but-
It's not good.
It'd be an interesting thing. I know that
it's garbage.
video games have done the whole thing like, oh, you can slow down time to like get through certain obstacles, but what if it was like, it's technically you're not slowing down time, it's just that the game is slowing down.
Your perception is slowing down or speeding up?
I don't know. I'm
There's a
trying to
couple games like
explain
that.
it.
A,
in
mar-
words, so
a marketing
basically,
strategy of
it's
Sonic
technically
06.
What?
I'm just saying, like, a marketing strategy of Sonic 06. The game isn't slowing down, it's a feature. It's trying to be cinematic with, like, slowing.
slow-mo.
It's
No,
a feature, like surprise
what I meant
mechanics.
to say was that the surroundings are slowing down, but in actuality, it's technically that your character is just going super fast. It's just that since you're following the perspective of the character,
What's the name
it's like
of
it's
that game
slowing
that does
down.
that? There's a game that's like that. A couple of them that are like that. The one
Oh,
where
I
you
thought I
play
was
as a guy. What's his name? It's just Vanquish. That's what it is.
Oh,
Yeah, the dude in that that super
CRW
fast suit.
says, hello, fellow humans.
Hello, fellow kids. How's it going, CRW Gamer? Welcome to
You
the
do follow
first
kids.
inaugural Armada Project stream. That's what it's called. Yes. I am your host, Rotalice, the Two of Silence, and with me today are these people that I've already said the names of, and they've said their names, and we've done this several times by now. Anyway, what I wanted to let you know is we're working on some models today. Each stream will probably be different. We're not always going to be doing that stuff, but anything you see from me is mostly going to be model related, because that's what I do on this project. Before I became the director, I was one of the modelers. Then I became the head modeler, and the other modelers, they bow down to me. You understand? I'm the king modeler.
I am the king.
I am the king.
They actively worship Rotalice. They carve at
No,
each
don't say that.
modeler's
Mega, don't say
actual
that
house.
on stream. Caton's gonna
They
get mad.
carved a
Caton's already
wooden
mad.
replica of his robot avatar. Worship it like once every hour or something like that.
Such are the stipulations of my demands. If they didn't, I would rain down fire from above, and they would be vanquished.
Oh,
That's not
Rotalice,
exactly what I
if
do.
you're remembering the lore from the server, Katon is Scar, you're Mufasa, you would bring a drought.
I would bring a drought because you killed me. Why am I supposed to be cool with that? Why am I supposed to be cool with you killing me like that? Like, who says? Freaking jerk. Out here murdering people. Eesh. Give me a break. We're gonna make his body, and then we're gonna make his jacket.
I mean, I
And we have
murder
something to
people
base
all
it
the
on.
time, but like that, I can justify that with my own garbage logic.
Circle of life, buddy. Shut up. That's okay when I do it. Because I'm the king. And I'm a lion.
I'm the king. I can do whatever I want.
I can do whatever I want. If you were half the king, if Kamasa was. I'm 10 times the king, son.
Oh man, I would
Get on
love
my
that.
level, Sarabi. Get on my level. Woman. I'm a lion slap you. Like a lion.
Slap you like a what?
Slap you like a lion.
Okay.
Now, the question is, am I going to slap you as though you were a lion or that I was a lion? See, if I slapped you like you were a lion, I would do it very gently and be like, no harm, no foul.
You as
Freaking lion. I just...
or if you were to slap them like you were a lion, you'd end up leaving claw marks.
Yeah, and then, of course, I would probably rip off their jaw because lions are very strong. Ridiculously so. And you should avoid them at all costs. They'll kill you. Because you're food
See,
for them.
we love the Lion King, but it doesn't make
That's
any
100%.
sense. It's much like Sonic the Hedgehog. We talk about it all the time because we love it, but we love to talk about how it doesn't make any sense.
About what?
You could go on the internet
The Lion
with the
King.
Dreamcast, right? It had a version of the internet. It wasn't
It
like
had a
full on
friggin'
internet.
it had a dial-up connector.
Yeah, it didn't have a
friggin'.
browser though. You'd be like, you'd be what? You'd be just on some little. We're on the server with the.
Yeah.
GameCube, yay! Also,
Yeah.
it's the internet in 1998, so Google just came out. Maybe that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Maybe I could print stuff on my friggin' Sega Dreamcast.
Maybe I can go to spacejam.com, which for no reason still exists.
Wait, yeah, I was gonna say you can go on to spacejam.com right now.
We could. It's a real old site, and it's very obvious. This was made by people who are like, it's cutting edge internet technology. You know.
Circle of Death says 0 Dios.
I saw that. In the circle. Circle. I feel like I'm making all the same mistakes I made when I made Tails the first time. No. I'm making new mistakes.
Circle of Death. That's Scar's version.
Oh, it's like,
the
I'm not
exact
making the
thing
same
with
sex last
Mufasa.
time. No, you're making all new ones.
Like,
That's from something. But
Like,
I can't remember what.
Jurassic Park.
Mufasa
or
has
technically
a
the
circle of
Lost
life.
World.
I'm thinking Mufasa has a circle
The
of
second
life.
one.
Scar has the circle of death. It's the exact same thing, only it's perceived as bad because Scar said it.
Yeah, he's a bad person. Obviously, everything he says is wrong and bad. That's how that works. You can't be right ever again if you're evil.
Also, friggin', because I watch a lot of Disney, like, just stuff in general on YouTube, I see my recommended at every friggin' day. I just see friggin' The Lion Guard Season 3, friggin' like it's some sort of dramatic show or something when it's on friggin' Disney Junior.
Yeah, I still haven't finished Star versus the Forces of Evil, but I did like that show a lot.
Not Kovu,
Kion.
Kion, yeah.
Kion the Lion. Get it?
Like, friggin', Kion. I've seen, like, friggin', thumbnails and video titles about the friggin' season 3 finale thing or whatever. I don't know why people are invested in this show, but,
Because they are,
but like, apparently Kion is, like, getting a scar and that makes him evil or something, or, like,
What?
there's some demon thing. Yeah. Apparently Kion's like evil or something from what I've seen from thumbnails and video titles alone. Apparently Kion's like evil or something because
Well.
he's like being like because he has a scar now and that makes him evil because of
He's
some lion
turbo edgy.
You know what? I just thought of that. If the scar makes him evil, no, it doesn't, because Kovu had got a scar, but it didn't turn him evil. So maybe it'll be like he'll have a turnaround, like, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why I did the evil, but now I understand the true power of friendship. And then they throw him off a cliff, and he gets burned and eaten by hyenas.
and that's why he's not in the sequel.
Circle of life. That's how they kill. That's how they do executions in Lion World.
No, friggin' Simba's gonna throw him off the cliff. It's like, why did you do that? It's like,
You were supposed to be the chosen one. You were supposed to bring peace to the Pride Lands, not cast it in darkness. You are not understanding my power.
You're underestimating.
You're understanding my power.
From my point of view, the lions are evil.
No, I am one.
With scars.
The monkey's his uncle. Sorry, everybody, that you have to listen to all of this. How's it going, guys? YouTube, okay.
Like-
YouTube in Sega Dreamcast is a video that appear in my recommended. That's why I asked. That's a JonTron reference. How far along are you guys in the development of this game? That is a good question. We've
revealed the first teaser trailer.
That's not development.
The whole like, how far are you guys in development of the game? That's a loaded question, but we'll give you the simple answer.
The simple answer is we are deep in development. We are coming fresh off of a pivot. We've been working on this game for a little bit, but we are further along than we were. What were you saying, Mega?
It's just that we've been in development for quite a while. We just haven't been able to. I mean, yeah, we've gotten quite a few things done. It's just we still have way more to go.
We have a ways to go before we have anything to show you gameplay wise. This is why we're talking about doing a demo by the end of the year. So that's kind of where we are right now. We're developing that, and then after that, I think we'll be closer to being done than we were before. And this is not a really good answer, which is probably why freaking development studios don't answer these questions. We're good ways, but we're still too early to do things like voice actor tryouts. Still too early for certain promotions. Right now, we're doing level design. You know,
it's all
for
because
certain
it's a
characters.
pivot. Like, it's not like we just started this thing. We've been working on this for a while now. It's just pivot, and we're trying to get everything situated.
Yeah, but that's a long answer. If that didn't make any sense, please let us know, and we'll provide a written statement later. 'Cause clearly, we can't answer questions. Alright.
Like, I still love the idea that friggin' Mufasa, in my headcanon now, Mufasa brought the drought upon the
CRW
Pride
Gamer
Land.
says,
Because
give us a percent. 25.
Oh, percent of development?
I was about to say
Give us a percent of how far we are in development? No, like just a percent. Oh, okay.
100. No. So like we're about
69.
no,
Or negative
that's a bit
15.
much.
Nice.
Well, 15 to 20%, I think, because things are coming together quite quickly, and I think that might be even conservative. I just want to make sure that nobody has their hopes up that this thing is going to come out tomorrow or something crazy.
Yeah.
It's
It's gonna be a
bit.
while, but we're working. Like, once we get certain things figured out, everything should just start falling into place. That's what we're basically doing.
Damn.
Actually, Rotalice, hopefully this could help us out. But I actually am going, since I'm going to be starting school next week, I signed up for some programming classes for this year, so that could help us out. You'd have enough experience and I pay attention. You have an extra programmer.
Alright, well that would be useful, because that's what we're currently looking for. We're looking for programmers, animators, people who understand Unity, and certain things like that. Alright man, if you can lend a hand.
Oh, I expected it. 2 comments. CRW says I expected in 2050. No, that's when Nebra Rocks friggin' Tales Adventure 3, whatever.
That's when Star Citizen's coming out. I see.
And Danielle says, what is your experience with game design in general?
In general, my experience with gaming design is mostly with modeling, and story, conceptual, that kind of stuff. So mostly modeling. That's been the height of my experience. We do have more experienced people on the project, like Animatic, who has actually been developing our Power engine that we're going to be making the game in. Folks like Esakami, who are actually, graduated game design. That's what they went to school for. And Trailblazer, who are currently involved in classes for that sort of thing. The team's experience overall is fair to middling, but we do have definite professionals working on this. Animatic, like I said, he's actually worked on game projects before, led programming teams. And so he's pretty serious. At one point he was doing streams where he was showing off the production of the Miles, or the Power engine. I think we can link those to you if you want to see them. They're kind of old, but I don't know if Twitch holds on to those things, so they probably don't. So I don't know if they're still around, which is unfortunate. But I'm sure he'll do it again, especially the closer we get to this being completed. Once again,
Hey guys, did you know that Sonic has had a rough history ever since transitioning into 3D?
AKA the intro to every single what was it? Every single Sonic reviewer on YouTube.
Oh, you're saying that's what they all say?
Pretty much. It's become
Well,
a meme.
that's true. I don't know if it's true.
Remember the Sonic was never good thing from IGN and everyone lost their collective minds?
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
Everyone in the Sonic fan base, at least. I'm sure some people don't care. They're like, well, I never played Sonic, so I guess it's whatever. But yeah, I'm sure that made a lot of people real upset. And I think that was the point of the article, to get the Sonic fans mad. You see, it's always been gamers versus furries, but the Sonic community is a little bit of column A, column B. We're proof that Unity can exist. No, I'm messing around. I'm sorry.
Sonic fan base is a cult.
Here's Cryo with cold takes.
Hey, we say that as members of this cult. It's a cult.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta speak out and say, I know who I am. I know what I'm about.
Everyone knows what's going on. No one says anything.
I don't know what Josh was asking about when he said you designing me, boy. This ain't your boy. This my boy.
Speedy.
I guess so. And that's the thing. I don't know if we will. I feel like he's got a fine design already.
After I get some experience, I might make an engine for myself too, says CRW. That's cool.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Well, when this game comes out, you'll have access to the Power engine. We'll release it to the public, so you guys can make whatever you want.
It's basically the bumper engine, but heavily modified.
According to Animatic. We're not going to talk about the reasons why he did that at this point. He'll probably be able to tell you himself, but he's like, yeah,
those details shall be revealed as development continues.
Hey, you sound like a communications manager.
What?
Alright. It's pretty simple looking right there. We're just gonna do
Something I heard I was Googling something, and then I heard gamers versus furries, and I was like, what? That's a Sonic community. Make it sound as bad as possible.
Ugh. You know when you have 467 freaking followers and then 4 people show up to your stream about the game that they were also interested in? I think we should make more teaser trailers. We just make it nothing but teaser No, obviously not.
No, instead we should do like teaser images. There we go. That way we can like do minimal effort but still build up hype.
That'll win them back. No, I don't actually care. I think.
All right, guys, I got a great idea.
They'll be here for when the
Free
game
to
actually
win the
comes
game.
out. They'll be here for when the game is actually available and ready to play. And that's really what we're looking forward to. Because that's when we can put out our demo and people can tell us, hey, what?
This game sucked.
Well, it
No,
won't.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I hope that the demo does well, really.
Well, thank you.
Oh, Galaxy.
And it's not like
Draws
Sonic
says, "Hey,
Forces."
guys. Hey,
Fine.
Galaxy Draws.
Hey, Galaxy Draws, welcome to the Armada Project stream, where today your host, Rotalice the 2 is silent, and a cadre of his compadres, Cryogenic Gamer, Mega Lego Luigi, Mega Lego Luigi EX,
Lego My Ego EX.
and Tease.
I purposefully made my username confusing so no one could steal it.
Yeah, all right. How's that going for you? Like, all right, here to present the Lifetime
I'm the
Achievement
only one that
Award
can
for...
correctly say my
I made
username.
my
that's,
username so stupid, no one would want it.
Oh no, Cryo, shots fired. Don't do that. I don't want dissent in my team. You take that off. You take that somewhere else.
Gary, go yiff yourself. That's an
Mr.
inside joke.
What is it here? Let's see here. Galaxy Draw says a lot more. And then Danielle says, what are the logistics like for a project like this, organizing voice act casting, programming, etc., etc., etc.?
Well, the logistics are like herding cats sometimes. Since it's a fan project, I'm not paying any of these people for the work that they do, so it's really at will that they do it. So usually when it comes to voice acting and that sort of thing, it's all like, hey, I need you to do... So, like, I guess the best example I can come up with was for the teaser trailer. We had a very specific idea in mind, I did at least, for who I was going to have voice it, and who was going to do that. But that guy left the project, so I was like, oh, okay, well, we're not going to use him anymore. I'm going to show you guys at some point a test version of that video where I was doing the voice, and I'm like, no, this is obviously just going to be a stand-in, right? But I wanted it to be kind of like this. I wanted it to sound a certain way. And then, basically just sort of moved on without anybody kind of giving me any voice work for the longest time. I'm like, okay, who's going to do it? Oh, I got this guy. I brought him into the server to do that voice, and then they didn't do anything. And then I'm like, oh, how about we just have people from our team internally do it? We did that. No one showed up or said anything. And it's like, all right. So, eventually, though, we got Josh Hodgson. He was already on the team, but I guess you just had to nudge people. People had to see it was more real, I guess, by the time we were coming close to the fruition of the actual video. And it's like, okay, well, I need a voice. Can someone give me a voice? And I need it by this time,
Hey,
because we're going to get the video by this time.
I was giving you voices. There was a power outage, though. I tried giving you those voices.
Cryo was just going to try to save his bacon. But not everyone had that excuse. The
Hey,
situation...
I need my bacon saved.
Any case, what I'm trying to say is it's kind of like just a process where you got to work with people. You got to meet them where they are. Because Josh was busy, he was doing other things, and he's of course involved with the project already. And we were just like, hey man, can I get you to do this? He was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And it's like he's got other voice lines, so that's part of the logistics of it, is just working with people. When it comes to modeling and that sort of thing, I can really handle it. Like, there are other modelers on this project, I'm not the only one. But a lot of the time when I'm not getting something from somebody that I need, I just do it myself. I'll just jump on it. Like, I'll model it. If you need a character, I'll do it. So I can easily just, like, get that. But Vera FX, another one of our modelers on this project, John Rivera.
He worked on the Sonic movie.
You didn't have to tell people that.
What?
But
Sonic movie?
it's not something that he's ashamed of, but it's just like, I always have to bring that up. Any case, the Sonic movie, the spec film from 2013. He did texture work and I think some models for character
Oh,
models,
that
kind of stuff.
fan film.
Yeah. Anyway, what was I gonna say? So there's that.
We got someone who worked on that here?
Yes.
Only now figuring that out.
It's amazing.
Hey, I didn't know that.
Well, maybe we should say things like that more often.
No one-
Anyway,
I haven't heard anyone bring up that fan film in a long time.
Friggin' egos.
we talked about this. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Egos.
Mm.
Egos.
Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, you ask people and see what they're capable of doing. You obviously find out what kind of modeler they are. If they're a character modeler or if they're just like an object modeler. You find out if same thing for concept artists. Anyway, I asked Vera to do the big battleship that flies over Tails' head at the end of the teaser. And he's like, yeah, sure, no problem. He turned that thing around in like a week or two. He's a really good modeler. So like people say that he was a part of the Sonic movie.
Friggin' like professional.
He's a professional. He's a professional modeler. He goes to conventions. He teaches people about Maya. He's excellent at his job. And of course, getting the materials and that kind of stuff also working. So like, a lot of the logistics are just like, finding the right person for the job and then just dealing with their schedule. Another thing was the animation. We got Jiggly King 20 to do the animation for Tails. There was some other parts of the animation that we wanted him to do, but personal life, things kind of come up, get in the way, and I was waiting up until almost the last minute to get that animation for Tails. And, hopefully we can get more animators, like I said, on the project to
That's what the
expedite
pitch
things.
video is for.
That's
It
what the
has
pitch.
friggin',
That's what the pitch video was for. Let's hope that bears fruit. It seems like mostly people want to do voice acting, though to be honest, most people who even want to do voice acting don't want to do voice acting. It's a lot of work. They don't realize how much work it is, and
it's dedication.
I
Blood,
learned
I
sweat,
learned that one the hard
tears.
way. 'Cause-
So-
oh man. Nah, I signed up for this project to do voice acting, and oh my god, it's been finicky. Because there are very rare moments in time when I actually have the chance to do anything voice related. Because it's like, you gotta be quiet, you can't have any interruptions, and if you're like me and you don't have a proper microphone, the voice quality isn't gonna be that good. So you gotta
You need to get a better microphone.
Yeah, except if you're like me and broke as heck, you can't.
So let's see what people are saying.
But who knows?
We've got some comments here real quick. CRW said, I just realized I draw humanoid things way too much. Well, not way too much. If you like drawing those, you draw those.
Yeah, I should draw more humanoid things. I don't draw nearly enough.
Daniel says, by the way, it's Daniel VA. Sorry, I made my username confusing. It's fine, Daniel. Daniel
Sorry
also
about
says, Josh is the one who brought this project to my attention. Is that Josh Hodgson? Everyone's favorite guy?
That's, I think, the only one that matters on our project. The only Josh that matters. You let him know that. You let him know I said that. We're just trying to butter him up so he stays. Anyway.
Yeah, because he's our communications manager.
He does a lot of important
And
things.
Galaxy...
He's the one who's getting people's attention about this thing.
And right here, Galaxy
helped.
Draw says, what is the link to the Discord?
Oh, it should be in our in the description of this stream. It should be down there. You just click
It
on
is
that.
not on the Armada stream.
Oh, I thought it was.
Didn't I put it there? Oh.
The only thing that's there is the Restreamio thing.
That's weird. Okay, well I'm gonna edit that and put that in there real quick.
Yeah.
Just hang on. Hang on, you! Hang on now! Just hang on. Give it a minute. Give us a minute. So I don't know how that's not in there. I don't know how it isn't.
Galaxy Draws also says, you guys followed me on Twitter, so I got interested.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for checking us out. Yeah, Josh Hodgson is also kind of running our Twitter page, so it would make sense that we're following you. And it's not that we're not interested. It's just like Josh, he's been in there like a madman, just following everybody, and I mean it's
He's
cool.
making the community interested. He's basically helping us make a presence.
Yeah, pretty much. It was his idea to just like, move over and just start doing these streams specifically on the channel. Though I am streaming this on my own personal channel as well. A couple of people are there. Just a second. Let me get the invite people thing up here. and get ourselves a nice eternal link. No limit. Generate new link. Copy that link. Alright. Un segundo.
Oh wait, you guys don't speak Spanish. Uno.
Is
wait.
that
That's not
name
the
is
proper-
Spanish?
Probably not the proper word for second. I know.
No, actually, Rotalice, you did that properly. Yeah, un segundo. That's how you say it. 1 second.
I mean, is that like how people actually talk? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the accent, probably not, but you got
Well, I know I don't have the accent.
the whole word.
It's like the accent is formed.
Obviously.
The accent is formed through the speaking of the language and the region that you live in and all that kind of stuff. So like I couldn't do that. Anyway. Hola. Yo hablo un poco español. You speak a little Spanish? Well, that's great. I don't speak any. You speak more than I do. I can maybe read it.
Oh, we also got. Yeah, I do animation, but I am in no way professional. None of us are professional here, except we did say we have professionals. We have professionals. Just
We
not,
have
just not
professionals.
most of us.
We have people who have professional level. So like animatic. But if you know how to do animation in Blender, Blender, or know how to at least export your animations to Unity, that's the kind of people we're looking for. The kind of stuff we're trying to do. If you're interested in working with us, anything like that, hey, just let us know. Jump on into the Discord server, send something into the tryouts, or if you don't want to do that, just hang out in the Discord server. We're always looking for people to hang out with, because sometimes Cryo's comments get a little bit stale.
Also-
No, I'm kidding.
Why is it always me that you gotta attack here? Talking
you
about
do
my
too, yeah.
comments and the way I speak.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's fine. 2D animation. Yeah, but like I said, I mean, you don't have to be professional. Professional only means that you are getting paid. So you can be an incredible artist, not get paid a dime, and then be considered unprofessional. But, it's a learning process. You don't start off being the best there ever was, unless you're Mozart.
No one ever was.
Yes, that was kind of the reference I was making. You got it.
Also,
Yeah,
Galaxy Draws. Also,
yeah.
Galaxy Draws did say 2D animation. My ears have perked. Do you I want to see.
I want to see it. Oh, geez, don't be pushy or anything.
Only interested because he wants to.
Let's see here.
Go too far.
So do I.
Just scare him away.
What's your opinion? Let's see here. Danielle also says, so do I. What are your opinions? And if you have any, what are your opinions if you have any? Experience on 2D versus 3D, like animation.
Opinions? I feel like both are obviously valid art forms. I'm not going to be one of these guys like, you know what? They need to just stop doing 3D and do 2D. It's like, I understand why they do that. 3D is cheaper. It's like, obviously, you make the models. Of course, you have to put time into doing the art, but you only have to do the model once, and all the frames can be made pretty much forever by the computer. 2D animation, of course, has its place. I really enjoy 2D animated films. It saddened me after The Princess of the Frog when Disney decided to close down their 2D animation studio, but it was a cost-cutting measure. It has nothing to do with nostalgia or whether or not people like it or not. People will watch. I think we all know this from the recent movies that have been coming out. People will watch literally anything. If it's there to be watched on TV, they'll watch it if it's 2D. So when Jon Favreau said, in fact, like, kids they want to see the 3D, they don't care. They're children. They'll watch what you put in front of them. And especially if it's well made and that kind of stuff, adults shouldn't care either. But getting back to the point, I very much like 3D animation. It's easier for me because I know I don't have the patience to sit down and draw the same picture 24 times to get a single second of animation. I can't even handle that. I can't even handle thinking of that. Though I understand there's such things as motion tweens and whatnot, but it's like it's an art form, right? And it's a beautiful art form at that. I enjoy both. And I know people go like, oh, there's both sides. I'm like, no. This is just... There's room for both. And they do different things. They're just two different mediums. And they're not... One's not more mature or cooler than the other. I definitely like 3D, because it's something that's easily accessible to me. I don't need a pen and paper. I just need a computer that can run Blender, and I can do it. I can do animation just like that. I can learn how to get characters to move and do certain things. Like, I didn't really animate the last teaser that we did, or the teaser that we made. The last one, the only one that we made. I animated, though, I did do animation on it, though. I animated the little bird things, the little ships that were flying around. And I did animate the battle boids, yeah. And then I did also animate the battle fortress that flies over Tails' head. Like, I did animate that. Very simple animations, obviously, and kind of stilted. But, you know, that kind of stuff, figuring out how that works, it's fun for me. I really enjoy sitting down and just spending hours in Blender. I used to run these streams, right? When we would just call them VPL on my own channel, the Variable Productivity live stream, and I would just sit there for like 6 hours just working in Blender. I mean, Cryo would be talking about whatever he was talking about. I would be just not paying attention to any of the conversation that anyone was having. I would just be in it. You know, so it's like, it's all about what you like. And I think that was the question that you asked, like, you know, what are my opinions on it? Like, I like them. I like this because it's something that I know how to do. And that's pretty much it. Control.
Galaxy Draw says, those are not my best animations at MO. I can animate anything. I can animate something for you guys, not anything. I can animate something for you guys. But I'm trying to learn 3D. Anyways, gotta go. Good luck with your project.
Thank you, Galaxy Draws.
And Katon says the most exciting thing of this entire day. New PC case acquired.
Yay. Hey, Daniela VA. What are your thoughts on 2D rigging compared to 3D rigging? I'm not sure I have any. I mean, I guess with 2D rigging you have more constraints to deal with. 3D rigging is more freeform. But I don't think I've actually done any 2D rigging, so I cannot for certain say anything on that subject. Not for real. I'll have to look into it. I got $50
but
back.
I would say it
Nice.
would be easier just because you have less to rig.
I guess. I don't know. I have to look
Oh,
into it
Cat,
to see
I
how
got-
it's done.
He got $50 back for his shovel.
Nice.
Oh, really? Nice.
And then CRW says...
So then
that
you
it
just
should be
got
more-
a... What was it? It wasn't a Vega. It was something V.
It was a
Versa!
Versa.
Versa J24. So you pretty much got that for $25. Not bad. But then again,
Well, he
you
spent
100
something on it.
for.
Yeah, so you really spent $75, which was the original price of the darn thing. No, I'm sorry. That's not funny.
I mean, that's better than not getting anything back.
True. Because I was like, I don't even know if I would be... I don't know. I'm not great at haggling. Though when my scooter broke, they did throw in a free... They returned it. They're returning it like on me a brand new one, and they also threw in a free cover for it because apparently it comes with a little carry-on cover. So I got that for free, which is usually $30. A $30 value, absolutely free.
And if you call now, you can get a second order absolutely free.
Plus the $500 that you spent on the original scooter. So you know,
It's $19.99 plus shipping and handling.
plus $19.99.
99.
Should I work on the feet? I can work on the shoe right now. That'd be pretty simple. Those shoes are pretty simple.
Don't
Thank you,
know how
Katon, for
much
giving
a
me simple
Chia-
shoes.
Don't you know how much a Chia Pet used to be? $19.99, probably more. Let's see.
24, 98 plus shipping and handling.
Maybe make some more vlogs. That
you talking
says for our channel.
Vlogs. Oh, so like,
Vlogs.
I guess we could do that. I never thought about it. I was thinking actually during this teaser process, like, I should be recording this. This is ridiculously a lot of work.
Yeah, whenever you're back, Katon, just let me know and I'll help you out if they're still streaming.
Let's see here.
I'm planning on running this stream for until about 3 o'clock. So like,
Well, that's when he's going to be back.
oh, okay. So we'll
Danielle
probably be
says
off.
asking because I work in Toon Boon, and then Katon said I should be home by 3. I don't know how long y'all plan to stream.
Oh, till 3. He'll have probably heard that by now, though. Because I was planning on not having such a long stream, because usually that's when people, like, sort of lose interest. Though sometimes, around 5 or 4, that's when people just start showing up. So I feel like maybe I should start my streams later in the day, instead of earlier, like at noon. Because noon, people are out having fun with their lives, like I should be. But then in the evening, that's when I'm packing up and everyone's just joining. They're like, "Oh, hey, you're doing a stream?" So I don't know. I try to do these things during the day because I have housemates who live below me, and I don't want to be making a lot of noise at night. Which is why I'm very sparing when it comes to even video game streams at night. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. But if one of you guys just did a stream, I'd show up for that. But vlogs, not a bad idea. Chris is selected.
It's like you said, Rotalice, about this project, having fun. You used to go about your days, go to work, come home, do nothing, and be bored with your life. And ever since this project and you joined here, none of that has really changed, but you'll keep us updated if it does.
Great, thank you. For citing my words back to me. We weren't even on stream when I said that. Now the world knows. The world knows, Cryo. What have you done to me? You fools!
I mean, I could start quoting the Sonic Generations and Spider-Verse stuff on stream.
You shouldn't. You really shouldn't, though. I feel like the world doesn't deserve it.
I don't think that's a good idea.
We'll get copy strike done.
Especially the Spider-Verse stream.
Oh my gosh.
We should stream a real-time dub practice sometime for
Heck
voice
no.
actors.
I mean, maybe if that's what... You know what? Let me not say no. Let me not say no to your ideas. I think anything you do to engage the voice actors who are still on this project, that people keep asking, like, hey, you guys want voice actors? I keep like, we're not hiring any right now. I feel like we shouldn't even tell people we have them, even though we do. We just tell them that they're holdovers. And that they... But does that mean that all parts are open? Probably not.
What are
Where
your
things get
opinions
difficult.
What are your opinions on 2D animated series Gravity Falls compared to 3D animated series Clone Wars?
That's
Daniel.
a hard one to draw. Like, I very much liked both of those series. Not gonna lie, I loved Clone Wars. In fact, I'm really looking forward to that new season. I don't know if it's already out, but the one that's going to be about the clones themselves. Season 7. I liked Gravity Falls because it was well written. I liked Clone Wars for that same reason. Clone Wars, of course, as everyone knows, also started as a Genndy Tartakovsky 2D animated series, a limited series on Cartoon Network. And that looked great, well written. I didn't really watch all of it, but I do remember watching all of Clone Wars. Clone Wars was, like, excellent. I remember sitting up and going, like, this is really good. But also, you really made me like Anakin Skywalker a lot more than I ever did. And I'm all like, well, why is he evil? Wait, how's that gonna happen? So that was my only concern, but they kind of worked it out. It made sense why he went to the dark side. Spoilers alert for Star Wars episode... all of them. So, yeah, like, I very much enjoyed Clone Wars. Gravity Falls was fun as a series. The jokes were, like, the kind of humor that I enjoy as an old adult man. Like, I feel like...
What? Do you mean jokes like... My ex-wife keeps calling me, but her aim is getting better. You see, it's funny because marriage is terrible.
Anyway, the thing is, like, yeah, so, like,
Gravity
this...
Falls.
I know. I'm trying to finish my point.
I know.
I
know.
Oh, you don't care, I see. You know.
No, bro. Rotalice, I know you're talking about Gravity Falls. Talking about that.
Now I want to make it about me! No, okay. So,
No!
No, so anyway, what was I saying? What like, you're saying, like, compared to it, it's all like, they don't really compare. They're not about the same stuff. One of them is a children's comedy series, the other one's about an action series about Star Wars, which obviously is for kids, but then, like, there are so many more adults watching Star Wars than there is Gravity Falls. Gravity Falls, of course, being a brand new IP, and Star Wars being one that's based on something that started in the 70s. It's tough to compare. But when it comes to TV shows, they're both great, but for different reasons. And so it's hard to compare them at all.
Gravity Falls is like relatively new. It came out in 2012.
I know, what I'm saying is like, it's new because in comparison to... And also, it was a new IP when it came out in 2012, right? Brand new. It's a new IP. It's over, the show, I mean, but, you know. So when you ask me, Danielle VA, what do you mean? Like, what points would you compare it on? Like, what did you have in mind as a... Because I feel like I went on a massive tangent.
Didn't they have like a wax head of Larry King or something?
I think so.
I feel like a lot of your mannerisms come from the friggin' wax Sherlock Holmes.
Mine?
Not your mannerisms, but like,
I'm gonna say, I don't
like random voices you do sometimes.
I do well, I know I do
I'm
random voices.
Sherlock Bleeding Holmes!
Alright.
That's a good show.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Everyone who joins this project needs to like Gravity Falls. If they don't, they're kicked immediately. I don't want to hear anything bad about Gravity Falls. It's the best show ever. Rick and Morty can eat it. No, I'm kidding.
Where's our Rick and Morty Gravity Falls crossover? Tumblr would be all over that.
Oh, it would. Oh, it would. Twitter everywhere. They'd be like, oh, it's so but Disney's gonna make it. All the usual talking points.
Oh, I forgot that Gravity Falls was a Disney property.
It is. You forgot? Really? For real? Or are you kidding?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, no, it
Real.
definitely is.
I
It's
forgot it.
Actually, wait,
No, because like I expect good animation and things like that out of Disney, but not the Disney Channel.
Well, you shouldn't expect that they're gonna screw around. I mean, they've made some good shows in the past.
Yeah, like there has been good stuff out of Disney Channel, but like especially more animation actually than their I'm talking about their live action stuff. I think of Disney Channel, I think of all their live action garbage. Not the good stuff.
It's kind of like Cartoon Network making live action kids shows, like, or movies, and that's like, your Cartoon Network. Did you not get the memo? Who told you to make live action anything?
Hey guys, dude, what would happen in Destroy, Build, Destroyer works of art?
Yeah, all right. I mean, you can continue lying to yourself. I won't be a part of it.
Hey, you not want to see Louis C.K. on Cartoon Network?
He was in Gravity Falls as a weird head. During the apocalypse, the weird apocalypse. That was Louis C.K.
No, that was Larry.
No, that was Louis C.K.
Louis C.K.
That was Louis.
Larry. No, Larry.
The get in my mouth giant. Could you just get in my mouth? That was Louis C.K.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought you were talking about the wax head. I'm like, no, I don't even think that's in that episode. No. Okay.
All right. What are your okay? So you're saying the production process, writing, animating, storyboarding. How do you compensate for the different visual aspects? By the way, I'm still waiting for Tron Uprising Season 2. Me too! They just left us hanging with that. I was into that show, actually. It was starting to get interesting.
Tron's still a thing?
No, Tron Uprising. You remember when they had that show come out? Way back in like around 2012, same time Gravity Falls came out? Or maybe 2013. There was a character, Beck, he was played by Frodo. There's a couple of different people in that movie, in the show. And it was like about the programs living inside of the game grid in Tron. And it was like gearing up for a second season, and all of a sudden they canceled the show. And it's just like, why? Because he's like, people were watching it. We don't want you to watch our shows.
Canceled what show?
Tron Uprising.
Okay.
Bad.
You've never heard
Yeah,
of it.
I was out for a bit. I'm making dinner.
Making dinner? At
One.
1 o'clock?
It's not even one.
It's like you're making dinner. Like,
Almost one.
it's all like you all gonna be.
Excuse me, it is nearly 2 o'clock
setting it
VR. Your time is inaccurate.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Your time is inaccurate because it's different from mine. Like, all right, is this how we're gonna do things? Yes.
Exactly. Or it's wrong.
It's like, yeah, it's not that we differ in opinions. Your opinion is wrong.
Splish splash, your opinion is trash.
It's like the opinion that Sonic 06 is a good game. It's okay if you like it as long as you know your opinion is wrong.
Yeah, pretty much.
See.
I don't know. People do say that though. Even people on our project, and I haven't kicked them yet. Can you believe it? I'm kidding.
No, wasn't one of the rules of the project that you can't say anything bad about Lion King or anything like that?
I don't think it was. I
Lion
think
King?
one of the rules of the project was only I can make jokes, but clearly that's not being adhered to.
That's actually in the rules chat. I forgot about that.
It was a
let's
joke
see.
in and of itself. Obviously, people can make
Yep.
jokes.
CRW gamer, different person because he's capitalized. Has named some good no copyright music. Oh, he wants you to name music that's good that isn't copyrighted.
Well, all music that's been released by a particular... Okay, so I guess we can talk about classical music. That's not copyrighted by anybody. It's owned by nobody. It's
Yeah,
So, like-
it's open domain or whatever it is.
yeah, public domain. So like we could talk about those things, but literally everything in the past century is like belongs to somebody in some capacity. So
Friggin' Happy Birthday song is still copyrighted.
what's the name of that song? Actually, I don't even know. I don't know if it's opened public domain, but I'm gonna say and just go on a limb here and say that the Hoedown from Aaron Copland, public domain. I am Mars,
Moonlight
bringer of
Sonata.
yeah, Mars, bringer of war. You guys have all heard that song in one capacity, in one way or another. Ba ba ba. You know. Anyway.
Wait, are you talking about Mars?
Yeah, Mars, bringer of war.
Dude, that used to be
From
the
the
song
planets.
back in the day in our high school band.
I imagine. Da 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 da
That's-
da 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 da.
That 5/4 tempo, everybody was just going on about it.
I think the most recent time I heard it actually in like popular culture was the Venture Brothers with 21 and the henchmen were getting in a car and they were just ad-libbing, not ad-libbing it, but doing it a cappella, and then in the background music that was playing, it was the actual thing. It's just like oh, you guys have to see that scene. It's ridiculous. I'll have to show it to you later.
Let's see. Zero Neo said, "You're wrong. Always Sunny in Philadelphia is the best show." Disney is taking over everything, says CRW. Zero Neo says, and I'm still waiting for Sonic ZAM Season 3. And CRW says, actually, does Sega copyright strike you for using their music? No, they never do.
No, they don't. Sega doesn't. Nintendo used to, and I'm pretty sure they will again, but they aren't currently because, of course, Smash Brothers is out.
That's why
they are.
Rotalice is still scared to play Nintendo music
Nintendo
because
is.
Nintendo might go back on their word.
You know that Nintendo did for Smash Bros. Music that was like basically being uploaded before Smash Bros. Had even come out, and I know they've been doing that for the soundtrack of Fire Emblem Three Houses, even though that's already been out for a few weeks. So I don't know what their whole thing is, because once Smash Ultimate came out, they weren't really doing anything to try to hinder all the Smash Bros. Music upload peoples on YouTube. But before the game came out, there was this one flat out purge of Smash music, and I was like, oh my god.
It's happening! Nintendo is lowering the boom! They're going to stop fair use once and for all!
The Nintendo Ninjas.
Nintendos.
Not Fortnite Ninja?
No. He's leaving Fortnite, don't you know?
Mm.
The
Going
Nintendo
to-
ninjas, the ninjas.
Yeah, like what is the whole thing with Ninja?
I know he switched platforms from Twitch to Mixer.
All right, so I went from Mixer, and apparently everyone's like, "Oh my God, he has 1 million subscribers," even though because you have to pay a monthly fee to be subscribed to somebody on Mixer, but for a limited time, subscribing to Ninja on Mixer is free or something like that.
That's why we has those.
Oh,
That's why he has those subscribers, because they're like, I want to be on it, but I'm not paying them. That's stupid. I wouldn't be on there just because I had to pay to be on there. Like, I gotta pay to subscribe to somebody. You better be producing that content. I like the YouTube model of, there's no real obligation and it's all free because you're doing the ads. I can live with that a little bit better. Just saying. Mainly because there's no, we can make content or we could not. And nobody feels like they've been cheated either way. Because they didn't pay money.
I know that there's also that join feature for channels, but I don't know what that's all about.
So it's pretty much like people are able to have a monthly subscription of I think it's mostly just $5 a month or something, and it's mainly just to support the creator.
Yeah, and that's after the creator's reached a certain level on YouTube. It's not immediate, so they have to have earned the right to be joinable, as far as I know.
Every time I look at stuff like friggin' Ninja, I'm just like, okay, friggin' playing Fortnite, and now you're a millionaire. Where does the rest of the world go wrong?
Well, the world didn't go wrong. It's perfectly fine. Ninja deserves all that money, don't you know? He's Ninja. I don't know.
Okay.
He's popular, so you have to know about him.
Okay.
Know about him.
Okay. Let's do 10 by 10. I think it's really gonna matter.
I bet Rotalice is happy to finish this project, because then he can start work on his Sally fan game.
Yeah. And then, of course, the minute I start bringing that out, everyone on the project leaves, and I'll be all by myself again. It's perfect.
No, people care about Sally. It's just none of
myself.
I don't think everyone would leave. People care about Sally Acorns, just not any of us.
Well, thank you for that, Cryo. Let's see here. Actually,
Sorry, I'm not one of those guys who grew up with Sad AM or the Archie comics, so I'm kind of indifferent towards her. I mean, I think she's a cool character, but I don't have any fond memories of her.
I mean,
I find it weird with her.
Rotalice did say if you ever got a chance to be interviewed by friggin' Aaron Weber, he'd just be like, okay, hello, Aaron Weber, Sally game when? You own these characters. Use them.
Well, just,
they really?
My general sense of why in the world does Sega let their characters kind of fall to the wayside and not use them for anything? I mean, I think besides the fact that they don't probably think that they'd realize any monetary gain, which would be the main reason, but, you don't know that. And I think if we make this game successful, people really like it, I think it might be a message, even to Sega themselves, that people really don't care if it's just Sonic getting back to basics or any of that stuff that they're constantly telling us. We just want to play a good game that takes place in this universe. That's what we want. So, shut up about getting back to basics. No one cares about the freaking basics. Nobody here in this chat was alive when the basics were a thing.
As long as Sonic isn't turning into God of War again or something like that, it's still Sonic. It should be fine.
As long as the game is competently produced, fun to play, I don't think anyone's even going to have bat an eye at who the characters is that they're playing as. It'll just strengthen the fan base. That is my only thing.
You're just hoping that the, Sonic series can be made of quality stuff and not just,
quantity Sonic
everything
games.
else.
Like, hey, let's just make more Sonic. Let's make it only Sonic this time. That's the only thing that the fans like. That's all we should make. It's like, how about you inform the fans rather than let the fans inform you? I think that's what Nintendo does, right? They don't listen to their fans like that. They just make what they want.
Just know, it's like they just make what they want because they know people are going to like it, so they make that.
Just make what you want and make that good, and then people will play it. That's what Sega should do. That's my only criticism, besides the many other criticisms that I might have. That's the main and most important one in my mind. It's like, just make... Like, I know you're trying to make a profit, and you'll make a profit off the Sonic fan base regardless, because we've all said that it's an addiction, more than a game. They'll play anything you put out. They played Sonic 06. I went out of my way to buy it, just to see what it was like. And then I was all like, yeah, this is pretty much like everyone said, it's trash, but I bought it.
It's absolute pain and torture, but I bought it.
Like, and that's just how it is, man. So
Thinking about Sonic 06, what would you say were your favorite and least favorite moments of that entire game? Like, from memory.
From memory, favorite moments. I don't remember any favorite moments, to be honest. And I'm not trying to be facetious or like, there weren't any. It's just I can't remember much about the game.
Blaze?
Blaze was alright. She didn't play that much better than Sonic did. Everyone was like, well, this is Blaze, this Blaze. She's alright.
She's tolerable.
Like, the game is just... It's not a game. People had said this.
Fundamentally flawed.
It's not... People have said it, and I agree with these people. They say it's not really a game. It's... Like, just... It isn't.
It's like an experience. It's that thing that you have to just
you know what it is?
Experience at some point.
It's an executable file. That's what they did. They put an executable file on a disk, and said you can run it, and it'll do things. It'll boot up. It'll use system resources. It'll drain power from the system and that kind of stuff. And
it's
then
not
there
a
you
game.
Go. That's where you are. It's not a game, though. Don't call it a game. Stop lying to yourself and to others. It's not fair and it's not nice. Didn't your mother ever
Least
tell
favorite
you?
moments?
Least favorite moments were all the times where I was clearly doing what the game wanted me to do, but the game decided on a whim that wasn't good enough and killed me.
Like the ball puzzle?
Sonic 06 for you.
Or any mock speed section?
Sally is my favorite.
Or doing what the game wants you to do, but the game just decides not to do it, like when you homing attack a friggin' pole in Kingdom Valley only to freeze in midair.
Yeah, basically. Or anytime I start moving and then I accelerate immediately off of a platform, or I move slightly to the left to reposition my character as I'm running down a pathway, and then that makes a 90-degree angle turn off of the pathway. I wasn't able to trust the game's controls to be the game's controls at any point. And that's
why I spent 2.5 hours in Kingdom Valley.
So let's see here. And I still...
I remember watching Cabana9456's Let's Play of Sonic 06. And there's this 1 or 2 parts when he was basically replying to fan criticism or whatever. Like, apparently people in the comments of his videos were being like, you have to stop complaining about the game. You're supposed to avoid the glitches or whatever. It's like...
Avoid glitches.
And then he just went off on them because it's like, no, these glitches aren't part of the game. You're treating them as if they were a normal obstacle in the game.
They're Dr. Eggman's diabolical traps.
Yeah. No, this isn't Sonic 3. Yeah. But like, seriously, they're not supposed to be in the game, so you're not supposed to have to avoid them to enjoy the game.
Yeah, like, you're supposed to just be able to put it in, run the game, and then it's supposed to be, fun, and that was the point. Music ended, I guess. Who's running that? Anybody anymore? Nobody?
Like,
yeah, he's gone.
Let's think, like, Sonic 06. I said this before. It's not a game where you win, it's a game where you survive.
And even you're wondering, like, what's the point of even that? Like, why am I alive? What is the point? I don't know.
And then it's rule
What is
number 1 of
existence?
Sonic 06. Don't trust Sonic 06.
Because you can't.
And that's why Rotalice spent 2.5 hours in Kingdom Valley.
I love you
think,
like to harp
would
on
you
that
say
point.
that would you say that Kingdom Valley? No, because it was ridiculous. I'm not even saying it was your fault. It was a freaking game. But what would you say that Kingdom Valley in Sonic 06 when you played that was the worst experience you've ever had with the Sonic game?
So far, yes. I don't know what's coming down the pike. I don't want to sit here like, well, our game is gonna be so much like we're not professional video game makers. We're gonna basically.
It's gonna be better than Sonic 06. That's our bar.
That's our bar. It's not really much of a bar. So yeah, make it better than a game that wasn't a game.
We got some comments. 1, knowing the default dance. 2, knowing how to... Oh, the 3 rules of life. Knowing how to default dance. Knowing how to breathe. And memorizing the Sonic X theme. Xavier says it's not a glitch, it's a feature.
Oh,
And
that's Zaire?
And
Zaire.
Zero Neo says, can't wait for the Kimba the Lion live-action remake.
That'd be great if Disney just bought that IP and they re-released it. Like, hey, you're re-releasing Lion King? Like, no, this is different.
It'd be brilliant. It'd be brilliant to release for the company that owns like friggin' Kimba to make a live-action remake of Kimba that's like 1-to-1 like the original. Because first off,
No one saw it.
general audience in America doesn't know what that is, so it's to be like an original thing. The people would say it'd be ripping off Lion King, which would be really ironic.
Right. These shoes are not the right size. These are too big. They are different shoes. Also, that's the thing about 3D, 2D.
I'm gonna be right back, guys. I gotta put food in my mouth. Be without my randomness for a little while. I hope you can hold the stream up by yourselves.
It'll be really easy. Thank you, though. Thanks for stopping by, Cryo. Mute him. Get him out of here. No, I'm kidding. Let me get something playing here. Some music.
You thought?
Let's get some music over here. Because I think the music has stopped. Tailsy, have we played any of your tracks yet? No, we haven't. He's just gonna sit there and... Interesting. Wait, did someone move it? No, they didn't move it. Let's see here. Can't wait for Kimba. Yeah, Kimba the White Lion. So we're gonna run the stream for about another 42 minutes, and then we will cut things out. Excuse me. Also, welcome to everyone who's in the chat. Where is? Let's just get some chill step real quick. That'll run for an hour. Oof. Puerco! Let's get some music in here. Sorry guys, I'm just doing my own DJing here. Sheesh. There we go, beautiful. Alright then, back to work. I'm all about it. The working part. Obviously, we're not trying to make a one-to-one thing, but I did want to get it kind of close. Though, issues are a little bit too big, I think, so we're just going to scale that a little bit on the x-axis. No, scale on the y-axis. Hit save button. Don't want to lose any of this progress. Alright. Let's see what the chat's saying, if anything. Oh no. Hey Starlet, how's it going? I see you're in the chat there. Hey, hey, hey! Also, Cryo's not an inbred. He's a New Yorker. There's a difference. Epic. So all voices are set, I'm guessing. Not quite. Excuse me. Alright then. Wow, that's a lot. Because he doesn't like bacon? I thought he did, actually. Interesting. I'll have to ask him when he gets back. Cryo, are you now, or have you ever been, a member of the anti-bacon party in America? And then, much like McCarthy before us, we will cast him out if he says anything other than what we want to hear. Ratatusker, ratatusker, ratatusker. Wait a minute. No. Limited. Rather than dissolving vertices, it's easier to just add more. may be possible just to run this with like boom, boom. Just fill these spaces. Hey, yo. Go pull exposed. Oh my goodness. I don't know why you guys dislike cryo so much. It makes no sense to me. Any case. How are all you guys doing today, huh? How about that weather? How about it? I wouldn't know. I haven't been outside in a while. I feel like I should just add some more lines just because, you know. Real quick. So how's life? Trying to think of game ideas. That's my mood. I understand. Things are kind of like that with me too. Just sort of like. But I feel like I'll figure it out eventually. I'm not actually in a wall. I haven't hit a wall or anything. It's just.
Alright. So I have a few questions.
What is your question?
First off, what have you guys been saying? Because I'm looking at the chat right now, and somebody says Goyo McCoyo exposed, and I want to know why that is.
Well, they were saying that you're an inbred because you don't like bacon. I'm not making that up. That's what they were saying. You know, like I don't understand why you dislike him so much. And they say, you don't like bacon. And I'm like, oh, I can see that.
What? Wait, you can see that? What does that mean?
It means that I am against any man who dislikes. I'm kidding. I don't care whether or not you like bacon. I'm not one of those guys. I don't think everyone in order to be considered a full-blooded American needs to eat bacon.
Well, I'm a bearded American and glasses American.
A full bearded American. Anyway, I'm working on Tails' shoes right now. They're a little bit bulky. We're gonna.
And
but they-
apparently Starlet came at one point.
Yeah, he said hey, and I said hey, and then he left. So I don't know. Maybe he doesn't
Also,
like us
everyone
anymore.
left.
Everyone left? No one. People are still here. I think.
No, nobody. Just me and you here.
Oh. Okay, yeah, it's just you and me and the music. You, me, and the music, standing in the street, playing our hearts out, dancing to the beat. That's a song.
I have to inform everyone here in the miles per hour side of things what's going on with the Goyle thing. And I don't know if they want to do that because we just got this thing going and I don't want to scare anybody away.
Yeah, it's important. It's important not to do that.
I mean, granted, I would probably have done it at some point anyway. I didn't want it to be now. In-jokes have to come not naturally.
You have to just let them breathe, you know? You gotta let them be who they is first. Never mind, this is weird. I don't know if I like these shoes the way I'm doing them.
Do you not like cats on shoes?
No, I like the shoes, I just don't know if I like the way I'm doing them. I think cats on
W
shoes
asked
are
how
fire.
your life is.
I said it was alright.
My life's okay.
It's good. I mean, it could be better, but I don't think I would trade it for anybody else's because I don't understand their life. It would be very difficult to acclimate to somebody else's whole situation. You're the president of the United States. Go. No, thank you.
What would Rotalice do if he had that position of power?
I don't know. Make Sally Acorn legal. I'm kidding. I don't actually
Make her
have
what?
Make her legal. I don't actually know what I would do if I was president. I'd probably do a lot of things that people would make me immediately not president for. They're like, hey man, let's get this guy to be not president. It's like, what if I'm immortal president? Super president? You can't make me not the president. I'll be the president forever.
Omega president?
Omega.
Ultra president?
Final president.
I'm going to destroy the country. So that way I'll be the last president.
Either way, either I'm going to destroy the country or I'm going to live forever and I will never be removed from office. Because you have to die out of the position, right? No, you get to stay for 8 years tops. Well, what if I want to stay longer? Well, I'm sorry, it's against the Constitution. Well, what if I don't like the Constitution? Who said? It was written by a bunch of dead guys. They're not smart. I'm smart.
They're dead. How can you be smart if you're dead?
Can't be smart if your brain's made out of worm. What? Worm brains? You can't. Why'd you listen to a bunch of worm brains, huh? What was the thinking behind that? No. I'm the president, and I'm gonna stay the president for as long as I feel like being president. When I don't want to be president anymore, I'll make my son president. And then we'll just have a line of succession of presidents. Like, that's a monarchy. No! It's the presidency! Get it right. This is America. We don't have kings.
Ooh, King President. That
King
has
President.
a ring to it.
It does not. It absolutely doesn't. It's the worst sounding thing ever. I'm King President. President of the King. King President, you know.
I mean, we already talked about what Sonic would do if he was president.
Oh, yes. Nuke them till they glow. Anyway.
Get it done right and get it done fast.
If you got time to worry, then just throw your head back and run. From
What
all
are your
your
thoughts on neo-terrorism? If you have time to worry, then run.
I used to know a terrorist. His name was Eggman.
And then I killed him.
He died so good. I can still hear the screaming. To this day.
It's
PSD Sonic. Sorry everybody, the stream has lost its friggin' mind. It happens every time I spend too much time doing this.
But that's when our best material comes in, Rotalice.
You say material like this was planned, like we wanted it to be this way. Like we didn't?
No.
I don't know.
What? I mean, do we want things to be like this? Because that's when we are in our most entertaining, I think. The chat usually says. But, I don't know.
We're all about entertaining the chat and getting work done. So as long as it's one of those two initiatives are being met, we're fine. I'm okay with it.
CRW says, TF are you talking about?
Sonic for president!
Sonic for president!
Vote mayor for mayor!
What are your stance on economics, Sonic? That's no good!
What is your stance on the climate change? If you got time to worry... Oh, wait. I had one for this.
What are your thoughts on the increasing use of drugs amongst youth? Hey kid, that smoke will make you go!
Jeez. Or how about this? Like, Sonic, what are your thoughts on, what people say about you that you're kind of a duplicitous liar? What you see is what you get. Just a guy who loves adventure.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
I'm Sonic. Speed. No, actually, what is your position on drugs? Sonic's the name. Speed's my game. What are you gonna do in the Middle East? Let's blast through with Sonic speed. Those are the things we were talking about last night. That's why no one understands what we're talking about right now.
Like, Sonic's just like, yeah, Sonic, what's your opinion on the Middle East blast through with Sonic speed? It's
like an attack, or what do you think about Hitler? We're gonna show that creep the true power of friendship.
No, that's what he said about Kim Jong-un.
Oh, there we go. He's still alive.
Like, what?
Oh no!
Oh man, what else?
Sonic just takes his friends to North Korea and tries to...
What?
Sonic takes his friends to North Korea and they try to stop Kim Jong-un, but they all end up in a freaking prison.
No, and then it's just like, the reason I'm in here is because of that fake dictator.
We find out that Kim Jong-un's a huge Sonic nerd. Anyway. Not to trivialize the world around us and politics.
Sonic and all of his friends are kidnapped in friggin' prison. Amy breaks through the friggin' security.
I brought my card! Wait, the card that she just sort of just breaks them out.
It's my credit card!
Yeah, let's just call it that.
Credit card! There's nothing you can't solve diplomatically that doesn't involve money! Swipe! Just opens the prison doors.
Like, wait a minute. Amy, do you have any money on that card? Nope! How much debt do you have? I don't know! It's a number with 12 zeros!
I think this might be counterfeit, but I just think it's illegal anyway.
It can't possibly be that much. It's all a bunch of zeros, right? 1, 0, 0, 0.
Oh my god, I was that not done in the freaking SA2 dub. That would have been perfect.
Well, they didn't think of it at the time because it was improv. That's not how that works. We're just taking something they did and. Hello! I heard someone clear their throat. And it was not Cryo. Yes, it was. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, it was.
I thought that was
no
the guy Silver. I thought he was clearing his throat like, well, now that I've removed this cat from my esophagus, I can talk a lot better.
And not like the freaking cat.
I love how you find that funny. What are people saying in the chat, if anything, Cryo?
Let's see here. Zero Neo, or yeah, wait. CRW, or no, yeah, Zero Neo said Tails president.
Tails would be a better president. He'd be the vice president.
He'd be Dick Cheney to Sonic's George Bush, running things from behind the scenes.
Now listen, the only reason I'm doing this, Sonic, you can't do anything.
You don't know anything. You haven't done anything to get educated on any topic, and people have noticed, and it's making them angry.
Aren't you 8 years old? Yes, but I'm more qualified.
Okay, that's a little bit wider than I wanted to be.
CRW says no, Shadow would make a better president.
Shadow. How?
No, Shadow would be Secretary of Defense.
Actually, I think I'd make a better Secretary of Agriculture. But that's just me. We got shoes. I don't know, we'll probably make changes to those shoes in the future. That's what they look like right now, and I feel like they're not really pointing the right direction.
Oh, and Zero Neo says and
President. What would he do as vice president?
Who
Freaking
would?
Antoine.
Antoine is oh no. He wouldn't really do anything. He'd be afraid
No,
of
it's vice president.
Oh, to whom?
Sonic, I think.
Oh, he'd just be spiteful because Antoine has always been jealous of Sonic. And he'd just be all like, I'm doing. He'd just do things, whatever he could to make Sonic look like a fool. And it would backfire on him all the time because that's what happens. That was their dynamic. In the show, at least. I didn't really watch that show. I think most of my understanding of that character comes from the Archie comics run. But, yeah, Antoine. He'd make a good Secretary of Defense. He's a soldier, after all, who's trained to be one. I don't know if that makes a
I'm
good
just
soldier.
thinking like
I mean, a good Secretary of Defense.
What is it?
For real.
I'm just thinking of the line, Sonic, what's your stance on the Middle East? Let's blast through Sonic speed. That sounds like some like friggin' elite Sonic fan would post on friggin' Twitter.
On freaking Twitter? Are you sure? Are you sure there's not another Twitter? Fracking Twitter, perhaps?
Frickin' Twitter! I mean, we did talk about friggin' last night. We were talking about this whole president thing regarding Sonic, and it's just like Obama watching the friggin' Eggman thing. It's like, I do not much care.
I don't really care for this Eggman man. Also, I think it's time for you to go buy umbrellas before the droplets hit the earth.
No, you didn't say it right.
I know. I'm sure I didn't. Droplets
Hit the ground.
hit the ground. I love how I just say it the exact same way, even though nobody heard me say it before. Whatever. You pedantic pedant. Pedanta boy, that's what they should call you. That's what your name is now.
Why? Why now?
Pedantic. It's always been who you were. We just decided to act upon it. Oh shoot, that's not flat. Get it
Vector,
flat.
the leader of the FBI, says CRW. To get through tight spaces, press the circle button to slide.
Sure. Just a second. Oops. Alright.
Wait, who would Rouge be? In this
I don't
scenario.
know. Would she have a job? She's a thief. Who would... Foreign secretary, I don't know.
She's a thief that's also heavily involved in the government somehow.
You know, as you do. She already works for guns, so she'd probably be some sort of spy master, probably. So, someone in charge of whatever that is called. I don't know what that is.
Oh, CRW says Rouge of the CIA.
Yeah, Rouge CIA Rouge. Head of the CIA. Oh my gosh, what time is it? 2:38.
2:38.
Just like the uranium. Alright, so at 2:38, at 3 o'clock, like I said, we're going to end the stream. So we're doing pretty good here.
That reminds me of Knuckles. Thick as lead and dense as uranium.
Iridium, baby. Speaking of heavy metals, I have nothing else to say. Wow, I'm hungry. Oh my gosh. I need food. I need
Rotalice,
it.
you need to calm down.
I need nourishment. I need to eat or I'll die. I'll die.
Rotalice, stop yelling about food. You know you eat stuff at like 3 o'clock in the friggin' morning.
That's only when I'm talking to people like you who keep me up. We start these meetings at like 8 o'clock and they go until like 3. And I was like, I should have eaten, but I didn't. And that's why that happens. It's not because I planned to. It's because for some reason you keep me from the food that I like. And I think that that's a problem.
I don't keep you from your food.
Yeah, you do. I've decided to blame you for all my problems. And now you have to live with that. How do you like that body?
Truly.
What are we thinking? How are we feeling?
Feeling, good?
Feeling good! Okay.
Feeling good!
Are you Sonic? No, not really. I feel terrible.
Phil? Oh, me and Starlet were just going through a bunch of Roger quotes last night. Because Starlet found his friggin' Roger voice.
Oh.
We found a quote from TSR where Sonic says, "Move over, Knuckles."
Okay. Knuckles. Knuckles. Me. Me. You. That's a little bit better, I think. He's got some big feet, but of course he's a Sonic character, so of course he does. I'm sure I'm gonna get some flack about that, but we'll see what happens. And I'll have to turn his feet back in, but it was easier to do it this way. The heck did I just... That's fine. According to this, his tails are going to be quite long.
I'm back.
Hey, welcome back. I didn't know you left.
Rotalice, I'm your friggin' sidekick, and you don't even know when I leave? When I'm Thanos? You gotta look out for stuff like that.
Well, I am also working right now, so I don't know how that's gonna work. Play in there.
Also, random thought that I just had. We've been doing this whole Thanos thing since frickin' a lazy game stream.
We have.
This comes from the Spyro stream where you were. It was one where you were fighting Gulp that one time, and then after that, you were chasing after these like mouse flying squirrel things,
I
and
think
then
that's particularly that one where you just disappeared, and in text form you said you were like Thanos. I don't know. I think we talked about it, and that's where the thought came from. You didn't just say it.
No, we talked about it and said that like Thanos just disconnected the internet. All they had to do was like Peter Parker shows up in friggin' Endgame. It's like wait, we run off the or wait was I don't even think Endgame was out.
Endgame was not out
started.
at the time. We did that pre-Endgame.
Yeah, I remember you were like, Mrs. Stark, we run on the internet? Wait, so that means... Oh, no.
Let's see what people are saying here. Well, I'm bored. Bye. Well, thank you, CRW.
Okay.
Have a good night, CRW Gamer.
Day.
May you wake up on a happier day in a better time. This is working. I think it's looking good. I guess we can.
I honestly feel like we would have had more viewers than people here if we weren't messed up with that mic earlier.
I don't know if that had anything to do with it. I think literally no one stopped by, because that would have been at least... Because we didn't get more than 4 or 5 people watching it at the time. I think now that people know it's a thing that we do on Sundays, it'll be better.
Yeah. Viewership.
I think the whiskers are looking
increase.
better. And we'll see.
The
We have
whiskers?
505 followers. You know, some of those people might be even interested in the game being made. Maybe. Maybe I'm overstepping my bounds here. But I have a hunch.
I mean, this Tails is looking better than the previous Tails.
I'd say that.
I mean, it looks like the same body. You just use the same body?
No, I'm not. I spent this entire stream making this body.
Oh.
It's just I'm trying to get him to fit the way the body's kind of shaped here. Here you see his jacket, and I figured I'd make the body first, and I'd make the jacket over that. Make sure that all kind of lined up right. Because for some reason, I don't like just making, like, clothes and then there's nothing underneath them. That's just me. I can't do it. It feels weird. So I made the body, and then we're going to move on from there.
I mean, it doesn't change anything.
No, it doesn't, but it does for me. I also can make the clothes out of the body, so they can contour better, and I don't know. It makes me feel like there's a better, more realistic conformity to a body shape rather than, oh, I can make a cylinder, sure, and then just put it around nothing. It's a thing. It's my thing. It's weird, yeah,
His
sure.
shoes seem to not be matching the drawing a little bit.
Well, they're not going to be able to, because the drawing is not one-to-one. In the front view, his shoes are kind of slew-footed, and in the side view, they're just straight on, so there's no way to line that up anyway. So I won't try to line them up. About 8, maybe.
Is this the battle of 2D versus 3D?
A little bit. You have to just make compromises where you can. We're gonna have his tails detached for the game model. Obviously, they're not gonna be attached to his body.
Well, yeah, because they need to spin.
Not that they couldn't anyway. They could still spin. It just would look real dumb. Like, because there's like no connection even if they start spinning. Rotate along the x-axis by 90.
So why are you gonna not have them connected?
Because I don't want to have that warped look. If you're looking at him from behind or something like that, you'll see where they're connected, and then you'll see how they're not connecting. You'll see that there's like, weird vertexes just sort of flipping over and whatnot. I can show you what that looks like in some other time on the other Tails model that I have. But
Yeah, because I have no idea what you're talking about.
can you imagine having a piece of paper, right? And then you connect that piece of paper to another piece of paper like, it is perpendicular, right? So one is coming out of the other, and they're attached. And then twisting the piece of paper that's sticking out of the other piece of paper, the perpendicular piece of paper, that there'd be a twist, right? And then they'd stop turning. In 3D, that wouldn't happen. It would just keep going, and it would look really weird. Because, like, you got the place where it's connected, and then the colors, like, the textures would, like, you'd see where it would invert, and it would flip around. Because it's not physically connected, it's all numbers, but it would look really bad. So, like, we're going to do this. There's another reason, too, because connecting it here would require me to actually make sure that the number of vertices around the edge, vertices around the edge of this cylinder that I'm working with here, would match with the number of vertices around, say, a plane on Tails' back. But you can see there's only 4 sides here, and on this thing there's 8. I'm doing 8 on the tail so I can get a lot of detail into the tail and the way it's shaped. But I would have to reduce it to 4 to make it work with the back, or connect to the back. Or I'd have to increase this somehow to 8, which would mean I'd have to increase the number of vertices overall to make them line up, so that they would connect properly, so the edge flow is nice and smooth. Here I don't have to do that, it's just 2 objects that intersect one another. Sometimes my explanations aren't that helpful, but I feel like that should make some sense. Kind of.
PJ Squared says, "Hello all, and many congrats on your successful premiere the other day."
Thank you very much, PJ Squared. We're very excited and very happy that people received it so well. It's you don't know how much validation that gave us when we got people's feedback. They're like,
guys, we can be successful.
People like it. They really like it. And so
they like me. They really like me.
Actually, where's your Tails? Tails should be in, like, the base of his spine, right?
Rotalice like freaking Rudolph in that day. It was like flying through the air. It was crazy.
It was something like that, yeah. I won't lie. I was over the moon. And it was finally freaking done. We, as a team, had accomplished something. And the world was reacting positively to it. Not going all like, you should have done blah, blah, blah. Or this, that. And diggly-diggly-do. Like, no, we were making our own thing. Everyone could see that. They recognized that for what it was. And they were excited for it, even still. So that's always...
PJ says, well, it is professional grade, so...
Aw, thank you for that. PJ, thank you for believing that to be true. And,
I mean, hey, if any of the stuff that we were talking about the other night comes to fruition, it's gonna be friggin' amazing.
People are gonna love it. They're gonna think this is like the best thing since Sonic Mania, fan game-wise. And that'll even be an extra feather in our cap because Sonic Mania was made by people who know how to make video games, and we are not those people. Actually, these tails are quite large.
Oh, PJ says, I was told that by others.
Oh, told that? Well, alright.
Oh, he was told that as well, so he thought that along other people saying that.
Oh, yeah. That's why I'm saying I'm happy that the reception has generally been good. We've got 3 dislikes on a video with 700 views. I think we're doing pretty good. I mean, that doesn't mean that everyone...
I think we're like at 750, something like that. We could reach 800 by the end of the day.
We could reach 1,000 by the end of the week! I'm calling it, Cryo. 1,000 views by the end of the week.
Guys, can we hit 1,000 likes?
Or at least 1,000 views. or we reach the end of how much people care.
If Rotalice hits 1,000 views by the end of the week, he will...
Don't you dare.
Shave his beard, I don't know.
You've never seen my beard, so you could possibly be shaving it. You don't know. It's easy to lie in that case.
You can't get me to shave nothing. My hair's too luscious.
It's all right.
I'd
then.
kill before I let anyone cut my hair.
I'd kill.
And the 3 dislikes, thankfully, didn't comment. So we can't know what and or why they disliked it.
We have no idea what they didn't like
That's
about it.
me.
It would be nice to know, actually. Though, I'm pretty sure it has nothing to do with anything we're actually going to make or change. So, it's probably like, man, I hate Tails. I hate Tails so much. He sucks.
Why does Tails have clothes? Why is he clothed?
Why is Tails clothed? Who decided that? It's a good way to show that he's an older character. Why is he older? Why wouldn't he be older? I want him to stay the same forever for all time. Yeah, no, it doesn't line up, but I'm...
Starlet says the 3 dislikes are from Mario fans.
Oh, Mario, Luigi, and Peach. All of them just hating. It's like, we'd never let that happen in our community.
Never again. PJ says, "Oh, Starlit Sky." I think you figured it out. There's drama. We're gonna start drama with the Mario community.
That'd be the weirdest thing ever, considering there's never really been any drama between the Sonic and Mario community. Like, yeah, they're all like, "Oh, Sega does with Nintendo," but in real life, people just played the games that they wanted to play. There's been more tangible.
Rotalice, don't you get it? The only way for us to become popular is if we start beef with someone more popular than us.
I see, but I don't know. It sounds dangerous, Cryo. Will we survive? It doesn't matter if we survive. We'll be popular.
Weird. That's what Sonic Team said.
It doesn't matter. Just as long as they're popular. Yeesh. Hot takes with Cryo.
Hey, my takes are lukewarm at best.
Lukewarm.
My takes are lukewarm as Luke.
Well, technically Luke is used to be the word for warm, and then people decided that no, we'll say warm, and then lukewarm will be a different type of warm. Language is weird that way, I guess.
Apparently the English language is one of the hardest languages to learn in the entire world, but I don't see a problem with it. I find it pretty easy. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. No, it has nothing to do with the fact that you're a native speaker and have been dipped in it your entire life. Also, there are parts of the English language that you probably don't even know about, like the rest of us, because we don't necessarily... We're gonna try to do this. I'm gonna try to do this kind of fuzzy tail thing. I'm not entirely certain how I'm going to achieve it yet.
You're gonna make fuzz?
I'm thinking about it. At the moment, it's just gonna be a primitive shape.
You always go to like that last tip of the tail, and you gotta like do some weird like thing. I don't know. Like I remember the last like when you were first modeling tails, you had to like do that weird like tip thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the little three-edge tip, like he does in the games, right? Usually. When I'm looking at this, I kind of want to go for this. Maybe I'll look at things like Super Lucky's tail and just look at different kind of character models, that like Fox characters, anthropomorphic ones that are models, and see how they might have done it.
Hurry, Rotalice. Go to the friggin' Fox and the Hound. Study Disney. We need to get this right.
Yeah, they don't have a 3D Fox and the Hound, so I don't think I would be looking at that one.
Not yet, anyway. You know what's down the live-action pipeline.
Yeah, I don't want to know. I wish they would stop.
I mean, apparently, it's been confirmed that they're working on a movie about like the dwarves, like about one of the dwarves or something from Snow White. That's gonna be their live-action remake. But
if
then
it's not
later
dopey,
that
I don't want to
year,
see it.
No, but then later, I think it actually is Dopey if I'm remembering it correctly. Something like that, one of the dwarves. But then later that year, they're having a full remake of Snow White and the Seven Dwarves.
So it's like a tie-in film. We're setting up the Snow White cinematic universe. Remember the 7D, that show that came on that nobody watched? That maybe some people watched. Alright, so this is where we are currently at 2:58. We are about to end the stream. Tails has no hands. What?
PJ says, well, I stopped by for a minute. You go on till 6. You on till 6. I might stop by.
I'm ending at 3.
Ending the stream in a minute.
And he means it this time.
No, not even kidding. I can't keep this up. Anyway.
Live action Kingdom's Hearts.
Kingdom's Hearts?
Says Starlet.
I watch it.
Starlet.
I watch it though.
No,
Check
no,
it out.
it'd be a live action Kingdom Hearts where Sora goes through all like the friggin' worlds, but like the live action Disney counterparts.
Ew, no. It'll be Sora's live action. He goes into cartoon worlds. That's the only justice.
Oh, and everything's like 2D animated. They revived their 2D animation studio just for 3 Kingdom Hearts films.
Yes. At first it'll just be one, then I'll realize people like watching this sort of thing. Maybe we'll do that now. Let me render this image. This is
And
Tails
then PJ
front.
says, okay, see you next time then. See ya. Yeah.
Yep, see you next week. You know what, I noticed something about Tails' ears that I'm going to have to fix almost immediately is the fact that the bottom part, the outer, what do you call that? The, I guess, lobe part on the outside of his ear. It's a bit too thick. Need to bring it out. But I'll do that later.
Rotalice, I never thought anything could be too thick for your models.
You can go ahead and jump into a lake with that argument. Hey man, here's a lake. You jump in there, all right?
Alright, I'm gonna jump in a lake. You're reminding me of the tutorial for Spider-Man 2, bringing Bruce Campbell insulting the player.
It's
He
earned.
teaches you how to jump. He teaches you how to jump and then tells you to jump into a lake.
Jeez. I'm here to jump into a lake and take names, and I'm all out of lakes.
I thought you were about to say I'm here to take legs.
I'm all out of legs. Leg, my leg.
My leg.
My leg.
Zero Neo says we need Frank Reynolds in the MCU.
Okay. Save that. Alright. Thank you everybody for coming out. Thanks for showing up at our wonderful...
Rotalice! You didn't end the stream at 3 o'clock. It is 3:01. You're a minute late.
Oh no! Oh no! Anyway, thank you for joining us. It's been a lot of fun as always. I'll be seeing you guys later. Be posting some pictures of these renders later on. I have been Rotalice. With me today has been Cryogenic Gamer and a lot of other people.
Woo! Yes, Alex.
Alice McGee Gameplay. Mega Lego Luigi EX.
My
Get
ego.
it. We also had Tailsy, the Wandering Tailsy. There was Alex, you already said Alex McGee Gameplay. And I think that was everybody.
Everybody, yeah.
Yep. Well, alright. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Rotalice and you have been wonderful.